Into it.
Mother of hell, getting into it indeed.
Get into
Don't we
it.
all want to get into it? The playoffs,
Ooh.
that is.
Let's get her drunk first.
No, I want her to be very aware of what's going on.
Wrong show, Sean.
Yeah, oh yeah, I forgot. Sorry, that's my other love,
Careful,
love
Sean.
and sex podcast.
With everything that's going on today, you're gonna get fucking kicked on off of the fantasy podcast for sexual fucking misconduct.
Yeah.
Last podcast, you called my wife a rhino, so that wasn't,
That was
weird,
misconstrued. Too. That was misconstrued.
How should it have been construed?
I can't remember, but all I know is that it is not how it sounded.
Rhinos are valuable, Sean. Rhinos are valuable.
Well,
Dude,
dude,
rhinos
you call her
are becoming
you call her a
extinct.
cow anyways. So I mean, isn't a rhino? Isn't that even better?
If you call her a rhino on skis, because I call her a cow ski.
All right.
Yeah, I don't get the whole the nickname shit. The cows and the rhinos and the donkeys and the this and that.
You're the donkey. So that's
No,
weird.
there's
makes
no
sense.
donkey. No. If I was anything, if I was an animal, I would be fucking a soaring eagle. Fucking
Soaring eagle.
flying over the mountaintops in the fucking white snowy peaks.
Would you be wearing your Wentz jersey on your eagle?
Ooh, shit! Yeah, you do love those eagles.
Gonna fly like an eagle to the playoffs, hopefully. I don't know.
Well,
We'll see what
motherfuck,
happens.
Yeah, this is it. Fucking week 13, last week of the season. There's so much on the line right now. It's like kind of crazy to even think about what needs to happen for people to get in the playoffs.
Yeah, technically, there's actually a game going on while we're recording this.
Yeah, it's
So we
very
can,
early.
I guess, possibly bring up any big things that happen if
Yeah.
it's
Little
worth
updates.
noting.
Du-du-du,
Little
du-du-du.
updates.
Yeah.
Oh, Nick, you're gonna have to make this. You're gonna have to do all sound effects for this podcast since Chris cannot attend since he is sick as a dog.
Oh shit! Okay, you just let me know what you need, and I'll bust it out.
Anytime there's a scoring play or some crazy update in this game, you got to make the Sports Center update noise.
Okay.
All right, cool.
Okay.
All right, cool. All right, well, shit. God, where to even begin with all this stuff? I mean, I know we didn't.
Two
do-
weeks ago.
Yeah.
2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago. You beat me. You got the highest score in the
Yes,
week.
that's right.
Fucking son of a bitch. I actually think what we need to do is we need to get all this shit out of people's mind. There's no such thing as fantasy fucking voodoo. It's not real. It's a bunch of bullshit. And what happened 2 weeks ago proved it. Because we all did the voodoo sweep, right, with Joey?
Yeah.
And a lot of those voodoo sweeps did not come true.
I thought
whoa,
almost
whoa.
all of them came true.
They all
I don't
came
think-
true.
I don't think so.
Like
The
almost
only one that didn't,
Yeah.
dude.
So, what's your nickname around here?
Oh shit! The only one that didn't come true was mine, and I was gonna
mine?
let the chat know. No, the one you guys voted for came through.
No, we voted that I was going to win.
Yeah,
and
that's
Sean
the
won.
voodoo. If we vote for you
No,
to
the-
win, you're gonna lose.
No, the
Yeah.
voodoo should go
Yeah.
your way. It
No,
always goes
no,
your
that's the
way.
thing. That's why what everybody says in the text, Jimmy's oh shit, they picked my team to win this week. I'm definitely gonna lose.
I believe in the voodoo. I've
believe
been
in it too.
sacrificing. I believe in it in the positive way. I've been sacrificing my fucking babies. I've been, putting blood to the gods. So the voodoo should go my way.
Well, it
I
doesn't.
should
Well, what
have
has Sean been doing the last?
Yeah, I've
Sean's
been doing the fucking reverse voodoo curse on this whole.
Yeah,
this whole
yeah,
thing.
Yeah.
Sean's got a whole bunch of fucking crosses and shit with Jesus on him, in his back pocket, and he's just, the cry power of Christ compels you in your fucking voodoo. That's what he's trying to do. He's trying to jinx it, curse it. I don't know. Let's get to it. You won. It pissed me off. You got the highest score, 151. That's a lot.
Yeah.
What else happened that week?
That was the week. I mean, we'll just kind of skirt over what happened. I'm not going to
Well,
get into
who else?
detail.
What other one was
Nick,
wrong?
and that was the week where Nick, you can talk about it, where you lost on that Monday night. Russell Wilson, big game that he had on Monday Night Football.
Oh yeah.
See?
Oh man, that was crushing. Good props to John. That was a nice win. I think what was that, week 11? I think Russell Wilson has 96% of Seattle touchdowns, which is an all-time record.
Oh my god.
So props to John. That's a great pick.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, dude, Russell Wilson's pretty ridiculous. Since week 7, he has 15 touchdowns.
Yeah, he's been on a fucking tear.
It's a lot.
Oh man, that game was such a heartbreaker too, because that would have changed everything from where I'm standing right now too. So I thought I had that in the bag.
Yeah,
but
that's where a lot of people in the league are at right now. Like, it's so bottled up around like kind of the low end of the playoffs, and even some people fighting for that second seed. Like, all these, like, God, if I had just won that one close ass week, like, we'd be in a totally different position right now.
Well, let's see.
John,
go ahead, Nick. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, John was texting me. At the beginning of the game, he got like an interception and a fumble and stuff like that, and then John would like text me like, cunt bag, cunt. Yeah, and then I'd send him the Miley Cyrus emote.
Oh,
but
man.
yeah, that was tough.
That's hilarious.
Jeez.
I don't know. Nothing. I think the only other matchup that was really notable was Jimmy and Derek. I think that one kind of came down, I think, to Monday Night Football as well, where for a while it looked like Jimmy was going to win, and then Derek pulled back ahead. At least that's how I remember it. But shit, it's hard to remember 2 weeks ago when we're already almost 3 weeks ahead of that.
Yeah, we also had Chris beat Joey 138-109. We also got Phil beating Misha. That's right. That was the last one of the last losses Misha took, I think.
Yeah, Misha continues to be on a nice little streak.
Oh, little bastard.
So that brings us to this last weekend and
Thanksgiving weekend.
Jesus, yeah, gotta talk about. Well, Derek. I mean, sorry, Brian, but my God, that's by far the highest score in the league for sure this year. But I think 173 has got to be one of the highest I've seen ever in our league that I can think of.
Yeah,
it sucked.
Yeah, it's just really brutal that you happen to put up 134, which most weeks you'd probably be winning, or not a guarantee, but I mean I think I would have beaten
almost anybody last week.
You would have beaten everybody except Joey and Derek. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a harsh pill right there to swallow.
Oh, dude, look at my points against. That is a harsh pill to swallow. That's so many. Thankfully my team's been scoring some points, because if it wasn't for my team scoring points, I might have been out of the playoffs with this losing streak, because points forward. I could have been at the bottom of the pack.
No, it's very true. Yeah, because there's a couple 6-6 teams that are desperately need a win, and even if they do get a win, I don't even know if that means they can make it into the playoffs, because they just don't have enough points.
Yeah, it's pretty brutal. But what can we do, right? You can't help somebody scoring 173 against you. I mean, it just and we can't help us having fucking shit seasons when we do. Right now, at this point in time, my season is pretty fucking 50-50. It's been pretty awesome. I'm second in points forward. It's been pretty shitty. I'm leading in points against.
Yeah, that's pretty polarizing. You don't see that too often, where you're, damn near at the top for both sides. But
yep.
At least you're scoring points, because definitely could be a lot worse. And I think speaking of a lot worse, unfortunately, the only at least guarantee to not make the playoffs is Phil, because he got beat by Jimmy last week.
He
and
couldn't.
Phil just he couldn't really. He had at
He
least
really
one
could've
or
used
two
that
weeks
win.
where he, had some really high scores, but overall, just this was kind of a tough season for him. He never really got it going too strong.
Well,
Yeah, no.
at least he got some money though. I mean, that's
Yeah,
going to be more than most of us.
no,
So
that's no definitely true. He got something out of the league, so it's less money
yeah,
out of his pocket.
yep.
Wait. Oh yeah, Phil did. Phil did get the highest score that week 3. You're right.
Yeah, so $10 back in his pockets. Not all lost, and we still have this week too to see who can score the most points. But R.I.P. Phil. Won't see you in the playoffs, but good run as always. At least he always puts the effort in.
You're a good-looking dude, Phil.
He's got a lot going for him.
If he was to hear anything, I think that's the one thing he wished he could hear from you, Nick.
He can hear it all the time. It's on a recording.
Just repeat, rewind.
That's true. We can also do you and Chris, Sean. What?
Yeah, I kind of eked Chris out on this one. I had it was a pretty roller coaster of a week against him. Thankfully Keenan came to play. That Samaje P. Ryan guy came to play as well, and I was getting real nervous though when Breeze was going, and he had like 5 points or something going into the fourth quarter. But I mean, I guess 15 was enough from him. But I was getting
Anderson.
Oh yeah.
Anderson
Dude, fucking
Jets.
Robbie Anderson, man, that guy. What a gem from the waivers. He's had a TD in the last 5 or 6 games, something like that.
Yeah, dude. Since week
week
6?
Starting
week 7. Starting week 7, he's gotten a TD in every game, and since week 6, like I would say, the lowest he's had is 9.
Yeah.
And everything else is really fucking nice. Like, that's insane. Wow.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool.
Yeah, he really helped out, and it kind of took the sting away from. I was getting nervous on Monday night because that was the Steelers game, and Chris still had Big Ben, and Le'Veon, and I thought I was like absolutely crushing because I was up by like 70 points, and all of a sudden like Le'Veon's got 20, Big Ben's got 39, and he's only 9 points away. And the Steelers were driving at the end of the game, and if he had thrown a shitty little touchdown to Le'Veon, he could have easily beat me. So I was getting super nervous, but thankfully didn't go that way.
Didn't go that way. Yep. No, but that was definitely a close game.
Yeah.
But unfortunately for Chris, it was a loss, and I think he really needed that W to get in. Now he's sort of, I guess, crossing fingers and hoping a lot of crazy situations are going to happen.
Yeah.
Can I say something about that?
Yeah, you should.
So I just think, with that trade, you just happened to pick up a couple gems that just really helped your team. And I think all that moving and shaking helped your team in ways that you didn't even know about. So you have P. Ryan also that came of it, and Robbie Anderson.
What do you mean?
And now you have Hyde, too.
No, I picked up those guys on waivers.
Yeah, but I mean, you were looking for people.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, you were looking for Robbie because you lost a wide receiver there.
Exactly.
And
if Pierre Garçon didn't get injured, I definitely might not have Robbie Anderson, and I might not have had Robert Woods when he was going off too. So I mean,
exactly.
He's going to be coming back soon, isn't he?
I mean, not this week probably, but hopefully next week if I even make it that far. But yeah, would love to get that guy in the lineup. But it was interesting though. I was kind of nervous for Chris because him and I did that trade a couple weeks ago, and I didn't even get to use the piece that I got. I mean, I actually should have, but I had Hyde on my bench, and then he had Michael Thomas going against me. But it didn't really have much of an impact on this week.
Yeah, Drew Brees didn't do all that great.
Yeah.
And Sean, I remember I told you to use Carlos Hyde too, and
dude,
you
I know.
Yeah,
I know. We were talking about taking out Darkwa, putting in Hyde possibly, and I was just like, no, Darkwa has such a good matchup, and it's against Washington. He's been so good, and then of course, he didn't really do shit.
Darkwing Duck, man, he's old. He's from the past.
Well, he's out of my lineup now. One bad
He
performance, and you are going to the furnace.
Oh my God, he's a Jew.
Oh God damn it! That is not misconstrued. Misconstrued.
We can't put this online.
Oh man, he's a
I don't
rhino.
think any of us are Jews.
Hey, you don't know me
I
that
mean,
well.
we only have to account for 9 of us because Derek doesn't listen.
True. Yeah. Well, let's move away from the Jew talk. Nick, your matchup, you were pretty close too. I mean, 9 points away basically. How'd you feel about this last week?
Oh God, how do I feel? I feel how I feel every week. I'm so close to just fucking busting, and I lose. It's like those. Oh, so Tina Kowski told me about those new condoms where they tell you they grade if you have an STD by color, and they also can grade by performance.
What the fuck
So,
is this?
Yeah. So they tell you if you had a good sexual performance, and my condom would tell me that I probably did not. I came so close and could not bust, dude. If Vernon Davis killed me with the goose egg, and so did Mariota, and I had to drop his ass. If I would have subbed either one of those players, I probably could have came away with the win there. So that one hurt again.
Yeah.
So Nick is basically saying if he had played the right players, he would have fucking performed better in the bedroom. That's what I heard from that whole story.
I just heard that Nick wears a futuristic condom to help him with his fantasy football performance.
That is true. The more color, the more performance.
Oh my God, it's like a rainbow shooting out of my dick.
It's like a black condom. Black dick.
Sounds so weird. Yeah, Mariota certainly fucked you over, I would say, this last week.
Okay,
Oh my
Nick.
God, I hate him, dude.
Okay,
He's
so
the worst.
here's a stat for you about Mariota, just to put everything in perspective.
Please.
Okay, in the last 4 weeks, Mariota has thrown 8 interceptions.
Oh man, yeah. He's like fucking Blake Bortles recently. He's like Uncle Rico out there. It's terrible.
Even Blake Bortles gets like 15 points in garbage time in the fourth quarter because his team's down by so much. But yeah, dude, Mariota's been bad.
Derek
been
Carr,
bad.
yeah, Derek Carr in the last 5 weeks plus a bye has 3 interceptions.
This is
I think-
my nightmare. This is what I try to avoid every year, and here I am, just getting stabbed slowly, just bleeding out.
The
And
QB
I had to
streamer.
drop him. You can tell how bad the QBs are when people are starting McCown in Case Keenum. Like, that is pretty bad QB play from the league.
Yeah.
Yeah. And just injuries too. I mean,
All right, but here
Yeah.
about Keenum. All right, last 3 weeks only 2 picks, and he's got 7 touchdowns.
Yeah, he's
been
been
good.
awesome.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Doesn't have an easy matchup next couple weeks, but who knows?
I think he's going to go lights out. Isn't he playing Atlanta this week, and nobody has him? So that's
Dude,
gonna be
you
a
can
great
pick.
matchup.
Yeah, you could pick him up and get rid of fucking Mariota. That stupid bullshit.
you already got rid of
Unless
I
you're
him.
did. I
Oh.
already picked up one of those douchebags. So
Well, who are you playing? You're playing Derek Carr though.
I'm playing. He's got the juiciest matchup. He's going against Geno Smith at home.
Yeah, I can't believe fucking Geno Smith is going to be starting this week.
Over Eli Manning ending
Yeah.
his starting fucking streak.
It's pretty
Yeah,
ridiculous.
starting streak. It's because that coach is so bad. I think he's one of the worst besides the Dolphins coaches.
Oh yeah, he's gone. He's gone after the season.
Yeah, McAdoo.
Yeah.
Yeah, more like Macapoo. He's terrible.
Oh shit, roasted.
Roasted.
All right, well, fuck, we're getting really on some weird tangents now. So,
Well, all right.
Um,
who else did we not talk
well,
about?
Joey,
We talked about.
Mr. fucking Joey, who
Oh, yeah,
probably
that's right.
couldn't even watch any football because he was in Spain last weekend, but still was able to get his lineup set up.
Oh, that's right, dude. He had the Julio fucking Jones
Oh my
game.
god, dude! Julio finally busted out huge. 46, my God.
Julio might have been like the number 100th ranked wide receiver before the start of the day and climbed all the way up to number 3.
Yeah, I'm curious what he was. Like he had,
I don't know.
Yeah, it was probably somewhere in like the 30 range or something like that.
He was not doing that well, but yeah, 253 fucking yards, 2 touchdowns, 12 receptions.
Man.
And he had a rush for 15 yards. So just add like on add on like a point.
Yeah.
And he caught a pass from Sanu.
Yeah, he caught that touchdown from Sanu, like a 50-yard touchdown or something.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, that definitely pretty much. I mean, you can't say it was the only reason that Joey won, but dude, between Julio and Kamara, that's fucking.
Yeah, Kamara.
If I'm adding that up, what is that? That's 80 points just between 2 people, and none of them are a quarterback.
He had 100. Yeah. He had 100 yards, like in the air, or Kamara did, and a touchdown.
Crazy. Yeah, dude, Kamara has been insane. Like he's the number 3, and like he hasn't even played the entire season. Number 3 running back overall.
You know what's kind of crazy, actually, thinking about it? Like, we were all, like, jizzing over Kareem Hunt so much early in the year, and he is just...
Dude, he has dropped off so significantly where, like, people are like, damn, can I even play this guy anymore?
But he's still number 4, though, so...
Yeah, that's because that's how good he was for the first, 6 weeks of the season. It's really polarizing, though.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
I mean, the Chiefs were also really good in the first half of the season, and now they're, incompetent.
Yeah. Dude, John must have been pissed about losing Crabtree. That just, he can't catch a break. With his
he's
players
had multiple people suspended. Yeah, Mike Evans was suspended earlier, and then losing Zeke kind of... I mean, we were talking about it all early on in the season, we all felt like John was getting away with murder because he had Zeke for so long, but it was like a ticking time bomb. You never knew. And then his team kind of started just dismantling piece by piece, around that 3/4 of the way through the season with suspensions and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. But he's still way in there, though, for the playoff hunt.
Yeah, and you know who he has?
Oh,
he's going to play next week.
Steamy Josh Gordon.
The Demogorgon, dude. Oh my God, he's gonna come in lights out. He's gonna light up the fucking.
Dude, I don't know. He hasn't played since 2014. Multiple years of no NFL plays. I don't know. He certainly could, but Jesus, that. People struggle to come back after missing 5 weeks, and then this guy's been gone for 3 years.
But he's the Demogorgon, dude. One of the corners of the Chargers left for some reason. I think his brother passed away or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
So the Chargers are kind of weak at corner too. And then Josh Gordon is coming back the same week, dude. I'd be surprised if he doesn't get 150 yards.
I hope he does, man, because this
I hope he does too.
Joey's got Chargers defense, who I really wanted and didn't get, but I would love to see them get lit up somehow by the freaking Browns.
Cleveland again, the 1-win team, and the only one they get it against is the fucking Chargers. Take that, fucking LA.
Right?
I bet they do.
Dude, the Chargers have been so good lately.
Dude, so just by the way, just in case anybody's wondering, not that you guys are because you're listening to it the next day, but nothing's fucking happening in this game.
Yeah, this game sucks so far.
0-0.
Multiple teams have negatives right now, and the most anyone has is 2 points. This is pretty weak so far.
Oh my God, you're right. You got 2 people with fucking negatives right now.
Crazy. All right, okay. So let's get into the standings and kind of look at where everybody sits right now, because to me that's the most interesting piece right now is where does everybody stand, and then what matchups do we have this week, and try to make some predictions what needs to happen for certain people. I'm super into that. Anybody else into that? a lot of crickets over here. I'll take the answer off the air.
Oh my god. I'm just looking at the stats and I just don't know what to say. Sorry. We're all here. So
Ooh, Jason Witten touchdown. That
Oh,
helps,
really?
That helps Phil.
Ooh, Derek loves that shit. Back from 1999.
Oh, Phil Crikey.
Oh yeah, that hurts you a little bit, Brian.
That hurts me.
Ding, ding.
Dude, watch. Phil's gonna get that $10 because you voodooed yourself this year.
I voodooed myself this year.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need to turn it up.
You picked your team to win it all. The three of you guys did, so that's why everyone's putting up the high scores. You voodooed
See, but like
yourself.
I said, dude, I used the voodoo.
I think the negative voodoo has been more powerful than the positive voodoo.
I'm not afraid of the negative voodoo.
Sean uses the negative voodoo every week, and
Dude,
No,
been
I
working.
know what Sean's true secret is. Sean's true secret is every single time he thinks he needs to get a win, he votes against himself.
Yes.
That's what it is.
and
That's
he's been
his
winning
secret.
the past like 6 weeks or whatever.
No, I
Just a
know.
couple weeks.
Well, Keenan Allen, I would say, has been really performing. I don't know
Yeah.
where Keenan was before, but now he's what, number 4, number 3?
Dude, he's juking people out now. His like yards after the catch is he's just going off and just fucking hitting the ground running.
Yeah, number 4.
So,
34 and 29.5. That's
Yeah,
nice.
man. I mean, I've been needing that to help me win. Is that sustainable? Probably not, but I'll take it for the time being.
Well, okay, so let's talk about these silly standings. We know, Misha, congratulations. You have not only secured a playoff spot, but I think you have also secured yourself a bye.
He has, yeah. He has secured a bye. He could still wait, let me see, Nick. How far behind in points? It would take a pretty big margin for Nick to be able to take over the number 1 seed, but either way, yeah, Misha's got a bye week for sure. Congrats, Misha. Misha's been this like sneaky, like not super flashy team. Like I honestly keep forgetting that Misha is in first place, and I don't mean that as like fuck you. It's just like he doesn't have these guys that are like, you know, the Julios or like Camaras, like that are just busting out huge, but he's just been so consistent.
Dude, Cam Newton just turned it on.
Yeah, and Christian McCaffrey has been really good too.
Yep, definitely. Does he also have Landry?
His two tight end.
Oh, the two tight end
The
set
tightest
for sure.
ends.
Because they've just been pretty decent.
Yeah, good.
Number 2 and number 1, I think.
I mean,
Yep.
And props to Misha too. I think he lost his first overall pick.
who was that?
Beckham.
Oh shit, yeah.
But
So
you know,
props.
he also has Landry, who's been pretty fucking solid, and Doug Baldwin has been up and down, but on fire as of late. And then Sterling Shepard had a couple pretty big games also.
Yeah, Sterling's been good for the few weeks. So just I'd say a good amount of consistency and good performances. So yeah, congrats, Misha, the fucking buzzsaw.
Now, who's Misha
Yeah.
playing? Misha's playing John. Okay, so John is one of the 6-6 teams.
And John desperately needs some help because not only does he need to win, but like, for example, I'm the same record as him, and so are you, Brian, and we're a good 50 plus points ahead of him right now. So not only does he need a win and us to lose, but he has to, or that would be helpful, obviously. But if we all won, he would have to have 50 plus points extra on top of us this week.
Yeah, he's got a win for sure. He's in the 7th spot. right now.
Right, yeah, he is. And then, so Derek's right in front of him, and Derek's, about 40 points ahead. So John definitely needs a win and also needs somebody else to lose who's 6-6.
Well,
Yeah.
guess we'll see what happens. Now, Nick, for you, you are playing...
I have a question before we go
talk
further.
about you.
Yeah. So if you guys, both of your horses don't get out of the stable, does that mean you guys ruin their seasons with the voodoo?
What does that even mean?
Well, you both picked your dark horses or whatever you want to call them. If they both don't make the playoffs, they ruin their season.
Yeah, see, dude, I'm telling
Can
you,
we blame it on you guys?
The voodoo curse is real, man.
I think this is
maybe
all
you guys
in you
are
guys'
just really
head.
bad at fantasy football, and you can't pick teams to win. You know?
I would not call myself bad at fantasy football. I mean, Sean and I were in the championship last year.
Yeah, you're talking to the numbers 1 and 2 from reigning 1 and 2 here.
I know. I think there's some kind of setup that's going on here. Some kind of fixing. You guys have made it all about yourselves.
You know what? If you want to start your own podcast and get millions of followers, then go right ahead. But I'll tell you right now, it's not that easy.
That's true. There are like
man.
12 people that view this YouTube channel.
And very consistently, might I add.
Yes, I would say the traffic is there, the consistent traffic, what we like to see. All right, let's keep going down the list. Nick, so you're playing Jimmy, right?
Yes.
Okay, so unfortunately Jimmy is on the outside looking in.
I think Jimmy, it may be impossible just because not only does he need a win, and he would also need he would need like every 6-6 team to lose, and he would need to like have like 100 extra margin points like on top to even catch up because he's so low on points forward. So I don't know. I think legit miracle would need to happen. Like Jimmy would need to score 200 points this week, and all of us would need to lose.
Well, Christmas.
It can be done.
It can be done. I'd say there is a chance.
But for you, Nick, if you win, I'm pretty sure you will secure yourself the bye. Even if Joey were to win.
Yeah, it doesn't matter Nick, if you win, you get that second spot.
Isn't that crazy too? My record's only 7-5, and that's only like 2 games ahead.
Well, I would say, in all honesty, like if you look at your team's schedule, since the Aaron, what week did Aaron Rodgers go down?
I think he went down week 6.
Yeah.
Okay, so he goes down week 6, which you still win. You go loss, win, loss, win, loss.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't been doing shit. It's just because my points.
You just started off so good because
I started off good.
Yeah, before week 6, you had what 5 wins and a loss. You were 5-1.
If you look at the top 2 teams, we have the lowest points against, and then we play each other and we get really low points too.
That's true. Yeah, you and Misha do have the least points against. That is, it's interesting.
You guys are a bunch of pussy farters.
Novato invaders. That's how we do it. We beat people 1-0.
Oh my god. Well, okay, so you win.
Right, so you win.
What happens if you lose?
So that's where it gets interesting. So I think a lot of people could overtake Nick. Like obviously Joey can if he wins. I can if I win and Nick loses because I have so many more points than Nick does. Brian, you could too if you win and Nick loses, and also if Joey loses. So Brian, you're still technically in the hunt for that second spot.
Well, that's a little crazy. What about Derek? Can Derek get it too?
Wait, let me look at points here. Derek, I think Derek could, yeah. It's possible with the points margin there. He would need me to lose. Oh, actually,
no, he needs you to win.
What?
Oh, He needs me to win so that Joey can't get in, but he also needs to score, more points than I have. Yeah, so Derek's still in there too. So it's starting to get confusing because now we need people to lose and you need more points. But so yeah, Nick, there's a lot of people that have a target on you right now, hoping that you lose this week.
Yeah.
I mean, that's every week, though, just in general. We always hope to lose.
You are...
Don't be rooting against that. And nobody can root against me.
Everybody's rooting against you. You are a fucking competitor. You were just saying, last time you were on the podcast, you know what? I'm really glad about this because everybody's just going to be taking out my opponents, and I'm just going to be doing so well. And I just hope all of you guys lose, and I'm just going to do great.
Yes, that was a reference to Chris, and
that was a reference to Chris. Oh, of course. Well, wait till Chris hears this. Oh man, you're coming down to San Diego, you stupid bitch.
Yeah, thanks for. I'd love to stay at your house too, Chris. You could have beat a couple more lads, my friend, but it's all right. I rooted for you every week.
Oh my God, this is gonna get interesting. Well,
Brian, good news for you. Kirk Cousins just got sacked and fumbled, so he's got a nice -3 so far this game.
Nice. Oh, here you go, Alfred Morris up the middle. Oh, no.
Another Jason Witten touchdown?
No more fucking Jason Witten touchdowns. For every negative one, Jason Witten makes up for it. All right, so let's go on to Joseph Lazareski. He's got that tie, which in this case kind of helps him.
Yeah, I mean, he's got that half a game lead on basically all these 6-6 teams right now. So, even if he loses, I think... no, I guess it wouldn't guarantee that he would. Now, if he lost and everybody else won, he could get knocked down out of it.
Yeah, because the 7 is bigger than the.
Yeah, exactly. So if Derek wins, if John wins, if you win, Brian, if I win, and Nick wins, and Joey loses, he could technically get knocked out of the playoffs.
No. It doesn't matter if I win or lose for Joey.
Oh yeah, I guess that doesn't matter. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Well, no. Let's say. Okay, so let's say, is it possible that all the 6-6 teams can win at the same time?
Yeah, it is, because none of us are playing each other.
Holy shit!
Yeah, that's why it's really fucking interesting.
Are any of the 6-6 teams playing Nick? Let's see.
No.
Oh my God! So it's possible that we could have 5 teams that went 7-6.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'd be number 6 seed.
So you go from number 2 to number 6?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. And then Joey would get knocked out if that was the case.
Yeah, it'd be fucking crazy. So, dude, it's going to get nuts coming down to Sunday, Monday.
Joey needs this W big. He really needs a big...
No, he really does not.
Well, that's what he's saying. He's saying he needs it because if he gets the W, then he keeps 3rd place, right?
Yeah, but I need to beat Joey this week.
That's right. You're playing him.
Yeah. So, so it's going to be interesting. I think, almost everybody is still in it in some way, shape, or form. It's nice that a lot of these 6-6 teams are not playing each other, so it's possible that everyone could lose or everyone could win. It gives more option to everybody else on the outside, like a Chris potentially. If he can get a W, he might be able to sneak into the playoffs because he's.
Well, what does that say about our league, though? I mean, are we just we're all just really good, or are we just all really bad?
I think it means we're all just competitive.
We're competitive.
Yeah,
we're competitive.
It's really surprising how close it is, though.
I've never seen it like this, and we've been saying it on the podcast the last few times because there's been so many bottlenecks. But usually there's some kind of like a log jam in the middle somewhere. But usually it's like the top few are so far ahead, and there's always somebody way down at the bottom. But this is like, I've never seen it this close before.
Yeah, dude. Come on. You're talking about like 7th place is only 2 games back from first.
And the fact that the number 2 person right now technically could fall to 6th, and the 3 person could fall to 7th, like, that's fucking out of control.
It is really close. So it's going to be interesting, I think. And so now we're getting into you, Sean. So you are playing Joey. You're at 6-6. So if you win,
no matter what, if I win, I'm in the playoffs, guaranteed. But it'll depend, what position, what seed I'm in will, be determined by people like Nick. If Nick loses and I win, I could take over his number 2 spot.
And same with,
Yeah, same with you, Brian. Like, me, you, and Derek, I would say, are basically in the exact same position because it's only 11 points that separate us.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and that's nothing for a week. So, the 3 of us, I'd say, are almost in the exact same boat.
Mm-hmm.
So, we need to win, and we need fucking points.
Is it possible that any of us can drop out? We can all drop to 7th, or is it only John?
No, you can all drop to 7th if you lose.
Yeah,
if we lose,
Chris or John will take your spot.
Yeah, well, so we can, Brian, me, you, and Derek, I think we can still lose and make the playoffs as long as John loses and as long as... I don't even know about Chris. I don't know about the point differential, but
Chris is pretty far down there. He's at 1301.
If Glasgow loses this week, I think that guarantees the 3 of us and Nick definite playoff spots, no matter what.
Ooh, yeah, he's definitely the outlier.
Yeah, he's the bubble boy right now.
Bubble boy.
He's on the bubble.
Oh my God! All right, well then, and so. We're talking about the bubble boy since if you, me, and Derek are all kind of in the same position, and John is the kind of outlier, 6-6. He's got 1363. Like you guys said, he's about
it's 40 to 50 plus points behind us. So I mean that's a margin you can make up in 1 week. If he has a monster week and we don't, but he's got a big mountain to climb.
And who'd he need? So he basically needs one of the, or a lot of the 6-6 teams to lose.
Yeah, he needs me, you, or Derek to lose.
Man, so we got some targets on our backs too this week.
Oh yeah, dude. I would say like Chris and John, maybe Jimmy. I don't. The points might be too much on that one, but they're looking at us and hoping that a few of us lose, so it gives them a chance still.
Keep going. Jesus is gonna get fucking crazy. All right, so now let's talk about Chris and Jimmy.
Okay,
so we were saying that.
Let's say Chris for points, he's at 1301. So I don't know. He basically that's over 100-point differential between Derek, you, and me, Brian. I just don't think that's too. I think that's too far.
It's too far.
Chris. I mean, he's not technically eliminated, but. So what he would need all of the 6-6 teams to lose, and he would need to score over 100 more points than me, Brian, and Derek.
Well, I mean, if he knocks out Derek, that is one of the 6-6 teams. If Joey beats you, Derek stays up there.
Yeah,
I mean, I guess
no
the
matter
question
what,
is,
he needs to score.
A lot.
He needs to score 100 more than all 3 of us.
Everybody shits the bed.
Yeah, and he just goes off, has a fucking beyond a Derek week.
He's popping bottles.
So
all right,
fuck yeah. I thought he was a little more in it than it looks like he actually is.
Yeah, and poor Jimmy is even in worse shape.
A little further behind. So I don't know.
It's about the same.
Yeah, it's about the same.
Well, It's been a good season so far, and we've got 1 week left. There's still money to be earned.
Yeah, that's true. No matter
Yes.
what, there's still that last $10 on the line, and that definitely is helpful.
Well, so who's it going to be? What do you guys think?
Jesus, Kirk Cousins just got sacked again and fumbled it, except they actually recovered it this time, so he didn't get any more minus points. But dude, what is this Dallas defense?
I think the Washington line is like ridiculous. That's why Vernon was on the line all week last week because their line is terrible.
Yeah, maybe that's right.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, so nothing too much going on there. So yeah, this week, got some interesting matchups. Let's see, where do we even begin here?
What do you think is the most pivotal matchup for playoff implications?
I think yours, Sean.
Yeah, I think mine and Joey, just because there's so many implications that will come of it. Like, not only are we both fighting to make sure we stay in the playoff hunt, we both are gunning for Nick's number 2 spot, and one of us could get it. So there's a lot at stake. Either we stay just middle of the pack playoffs, we could be eliminated from playoffs, or we could have a bye week next week. Like, there's just so much going on in this matchup for both of us.
Well, let's talk about it.
Let's see. Yeah, let's talk
Are
about
we
What do
going
you
to do
got?
our pick'ems right now?
Sure, why not?
pick a Joey.
Uh,
I'm picking Joey.
No.
Yep, there
dude,
it
can't do
is.
that.
There it is. No, that's his shit, dude. That's as I was telling you, bro. Any matchup that he's worried about or he needs to win, he picks against himself.
Now I'm like tempting the curse gods a little bit too much.
No.
with this
See,
quick pick.
this was your curse. This was
No,
your
okay, but
shit.
I'll
This
say
was
in my defense, I'd say it's a combination. It's a combination of this curse that has emerged. Whether anyone likes it or not, can't deny the truth. But when I am picking against myself, I have to say I honestly do think that the other person has like a better matchups or a better team that week. I'm not even just going straight bullshit on it.
Yeah, I can understand. Dallas just ran one for a touchdown, punt return.
Are you fucking serious? Oh my god, that sucks. Because I've got that Samaje Perine guy, the running back, and if they start to get blown out, I don't think he's going to get too many rushing opportunities.
That's bad for you as well, Brian, because that means Dirk Diggler or Captain Kirk is going to come back throwing.
He's going to have to.
Yeah.
Dirk Diggler. I'm Captain Kirk. I just gotta
Whatever
go
his
through
name
the
is.
list of name. Oh man. Yeah, no, I really don't want him to start slinging it all over the place. But if Dallas's defense and special teams keeps playing like they do, like maybe they're like, fuck, Dak can't win this for us. We don't have fucking Zeke. He's our only hope. We gotta fucking do it ourselves.
Oh
Who
my
knows?
God. He should be in the Star Wars preview at halftime.
Yeah, dude, that's what he's gonna do. Star Wars time.
He could
all
be
right.
one of the little Hobbit guys or whatever those ones are. The little gnomes that pop out of the jingle. He has got the face for it.
Oh, you're talking about Zeke looking like an Ewok.
Oh,
Ewok.
Jesus. Yeah, that is so funny and true.
Dude, I actually, with his little beard, it's pretty funny. I've seen whatever that meme is, it's pretty goddamn funny. All right, so what do you think, Sean? You're picking Joey, fine. I mean, he's got Matt Ryan.
Let's see. Yeah, I don't know yet.
Let's look at the matchups at least.
Right. So Joey's team is definitely different this week. He's got some injury problems going on with some of his usual guys, or just performance issues. Because all of a sudden now he's playing Marquise Lee on Jacksonville, and he's thrown in Seth Roberts on Oakland since Amari and Crabtree are both injured and suspended. So he's got a couple new pieces that he's rolling out there. So I don't know. That shit always makes me nervous. Sometimes you're like, oh, I'm stoked because he's rolling out these question mark players, but God, I don't know. I hate when people roll out these like brand new guys and then they fucking go off against you.
Yeah, I don't know. like he's got Matt Ryan going up against Minnesota. I think that's going to be a little tough. Kareem Hunt has not been looking good. Like Kamara has been great, but at the same time he's going up against Carolina. It's going to be
At home.
I think Kamara is going to be fine though. Like he gets
You
so
think so?
much. He's just so involved on the passing game and the rushing game. I think his floor is like 10. Like if he goes below 10 points, I'd be really surprised.
And yeah, Rob, you're not going to have Robert Woods for this game.
Yeah, no Robert Woods. So far, P. Ryan only has 2 points, so nothing crazy going on there. But yeah, I mean, Joey's team's a little bit banged up right now. He's got some tough matchups, but he's got Matt Ryan and Julio. Like if Julio has a week like last week, I am in for some difficult, deep shit. And DeMarco Murray can certainly pop off at any point, and I think Chargers defense could have a field day against Cleveland this week.
I definitely think that's true, but I also think that your Chargers should also have a field day against Cleveland.
Right, yeah,
and
I could see that.
If Drew Brees is playing at home, then he himself should have not too bad of a day.
Yeah, I'm hoping that because Carolina, is a pretty good team, so I'm hoping there's kind of a shootout going on there, and Drew has to throw it. I just don't want to see a bunch of fucking Ingram rushing TDs, Nick.
Jesus, Sean.
Ingram's been pretty fucking amazing.
Yeah, except last week.
Well, all right, Nick. What do you say? Who are you picking out of these two?
I think this is the matchup of the week, for sure. I like that he put Seth Roberts in there. I am rooting for Oakland this week, so I do hope that he does well. Same with Marcus Lee. I like that. I also picked up D.D. Westbrook, so I am hoping for similar output. A lot of people don't know this, but Jimmy Graham has been awesome, and Joey tried to get Aaron Jones from me and offered me Jimmy Graham the same week I traded for Watson.
Oh wow!
But my response to Joey was I already made 2 trades this week because he vetoed the first one. So I was like, I can't make 3 trades in 1 week. But because he denied that first trade, so he had to do it again. And then he was trying to get Aaron Jones. So I'm kicking myself that I did not accept that.
I could see how you can say that, but so that would have meant that you wouldn't have played Jack Doyle, some of those weeks, and he was fucking going off for a while. Like you were fine.
It's true,
you were fine at tight end for the most part.
That's why I couldn't do it, because Jack Doyle had that. I played him instead, and
yeah.
I don't know. I just felt wrong trading my whole team in 1 week. But I regret it now. So I think Jimmy Graham is probably going to get a couple TDs.
A couple TDs?
Yeah, I do. On the big night, on Sunday night, it's going to be a shootout against Russell not Russell, but Carson.
That's what I don't like about this matchup too, is that Joey's got Jimmy Graham going in Sunday night, and then his kicker going on Monday night, and I'll be done after the afternoon games on Sunday, so I'm in that stupid fucking wait and watch the other team mode, which always sucks.
Oh, the killer bees he's gonna kick it between the cheeks right on you, Sean.
Yeah,
so
dude. That's gonna suck if it comes down to his kicker.
Well, so what are you gonna do, Nick? Who are you picking?
Am I the first one to pick, or did you guys already?
No,
pick?
Sean already picked. He's picking Joey.
And then I'm picking. I do like Sean's matchups also, though. I think Drew Brees is going to be a shootout with Carolina. I think that's going to be each team is going to get 30 points, and so Drew Brees is going to get 1 or 2 of those. Cleveland, they're going to score on Cleveland. Carlos Hyde's going to score on Chicago. So Houston, that's a good matchup for Walker too, even though you have the Titans D, Sean. I'm a little suspect on that. And Gostkowski's going to kick it. But I'm going to give it to Joey. I think his matchups are easier, and the only guy who's going to have a tough game, I think, is going to be Hunt. So I'm going to give it to him.
Okay. Well, I disagree, but no, I'm just kidding. What about you, Brian? What are your thoughts?
I think I'm gonna pick you, Sean.
Oh,
I'm gonna split it.
Just because you learned about the curse, you bastard.
No, nothing about the curse. I like those Chargers against Cleveland. I think Drew Brees is going to be pretty fucking sweet. Carlos Hyde should be pretty. I mean, I like these matchups. I think they're good matchups, and I don't think Matt Ryan and Julio. I mean, dude, Minnesota's been pretty fucking good, for a defense. I mean, they might get into like a shooting matchup, but Matt Ryan might be throwing up some picks. I don't know.
Never know.
And
That's
other
true.
than Julio Jones, I mean, come on, you guys. We're talking about Marquise Lee and Seth Roberts. That's not really like Allen Robinson or Amari Cooper.
That's true, but we're not playing the Hopkins game. We're playing the Vegas game. We're picking points.
I know we're playing, yeah. So if I'm playing in Vegas, I'm putting my money on Sean.
Okay. All right. Well, 2-1. We'll see. Yeah, this is going to be an interesting one.
What would be the next matchup of the week?
Let's see. I think it would have to be John and Misha, just because John's got playoff implications. I guess Misha's kind of stuck where he is, but I mean, there's some implications in that game.
So if John wins, he could take away Misha's chance to get first if Nick wins also.
Exactly. So yeah, there is that. So
But that doesn't matter though, because he'll still get a bye.
Yeah, he'll still get a bye, but it'll change.
Who he's gonna play.
Who he plays in the second week of the playoffs. But
That's true.
speculative. Anyhow, we don't even know who that could be. But anyways, let's take a look at the matchup here. John's got Alfred Morris going right now, who's got 3. So honestly, what was it in the text group? John's prediction was that Alfred Morris would get 45 rushing yards and get 4.5 points. So he's looking like he might get more yards than that, especially if Dallas is winning.
Yeah, Dallas up 17-0. Jesus.
Looks like I'm trying to see. It looks like John's team is fairly similar to what it has been. He does have Devontae Booker in that flex spot. This may be his first time rolling him out. Since kind of overtook C.J. Anderson.
Jeez, man. You don't think he's gonna put in Josh Gordon?
I don't know. Maybe he's trying to decide. I think a lot of people are trying to decide if they want to play the guy who hasn't played in 3 years, his first game back, against the Chargers, too, who have been really good lately.
Pretty decent. What would you do, Nick?
I mean, if John went and picked him up, so if he loses and doesn't make the playoffs and he picked up Josh Gordon, I mean, that would just be pretty sad. I'd be sad about that.
That's a fair point. I can understand that. You had him this whole time, and this could be, your win or go home. Do you want to use that guy?
It's true. I have to say, I really do like Russell Wilson.
I can see that being a big shootout.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be a crazy game, especially since it's Sunday night and Philly is like the top team. I'm sure Seattle probably wants to like do their little prove it shit, like, oh no, fuck that, we can hang with the best. So I think that's going to be really good, but also I'm just not sure about a lot of the others. Like, I think Mike Evans could possibly have a pretty decent game against Green Bay. Maybe. I don't know. What do you guys think? How's Mike Evans been doing?
He's been fine.
Since
and this is the first week. It sounds like Winston's going to be playing, so that should be helpful.
Yeah. So we'll see.
Winston's going to play? That's
sounds
good.
like it, yeah. So I could see Evans having a good game. I could see... I mean, you never know with Demaryius Thomas. He could always have a big game, or it could
kind of up and down.
Shit. Ginn, kind of the same way. He's been pretty decent for the most part, but he also, has some pretty bad weeks from time to time.
Rudolph had a great fucking week last week.
Yeah. He'll get you some points for sure.
But actually, to tell you the truth, if I'm putting my money down, I think I'm putting it on Misha. I think his team is just fucking solid. The only thing I don't like, and there might be a little bit of bias here, but Devontae Freeman is now, he cleared concussion protocol, and most likely will be starting. So Tevin Coleman's not going to be as great as he has been in the last 2 weeks.
Right.
But at the same time, I really like, Doug Baldwin stealing away anything from Russell. Jarvis Landry, I think, is going to probably be pretty decent. And we'll see how Geno Smith is with Sterling Shepard. Plus those 2 monster tight ends. So
Yeah.
it's just, I think I'm voting Misha's way for this one.
Yeah, I think I have to agree. Just, looking up and down the lineup, there's just so many solid pieces that I think you can almost bank on getting, having good games week in, week out. And then you look at John's side, and it's definitely, there's some upside there for sure, but it's also, there's some risk of, some potential busts with, Adrian Peterson has some bust weeks.
Yeah,
Demarius, Ted Ginn,
that's true.
and then Devontae Booker. Who knows how that's going to work. So I don't know, just a little more risk, I think, on John's side.
What do you think, Nick?
I think you guys are correct. I mean, John got all those weeks with Zeke the Sneak, and now he might pay for it when he needs it. So that hurts. Tevin Coleman, I think you're right on that, but I do think Freeman has got a brain full of bacon and eggs, and so they're barely going to – I think he's going to get some touches, but not a lot of touches. I think they're going to rely on Coleman, and Coleman's going to get a TD there. I think that's going to be a high-scoring game, even though Minnesota has a good D. They're at home, so that'll help them. And then, I think Misha's team is solid. I'm kind of worried about Sterling Shepard, though. People don't account for the value of Eli throwing to him.
Yeah,
so
seriously.
That's a new quarterback, and Sterling Shepard's value is going to go down. So I think that could be a bust there that people aren't aware of. But, I mean, God, I had Booker last year. I think he's good for – I don't trust him. And then, I personally dropped Ted Ginn, so I don't trust him either. And I don't trust Peterson, so I'm going to have to give it to Misha because, I know these guys a little bit more. I think that's what we're all kind of saying. So against New Orleans, I think that's going to be a high-scoring game, and McCaffrey's going to catch some balls. So we're going to have to do the voodoo strike on this one.
All right. Voodoo
Sorry, John.
Strike it is.
Ooh.
All right. Was that the voodoo strike noise? It looks like Kirk Cousins threw a touchdown.
Yep, there you go, Phil.
All right, let's see. We got what else is interesting here? Brian, you're looking for a win here as well.
Mm-hmm.
Let's take a peek at your matchup. You got Wentz as usual, and you've got Freeman back in the lineup. Been a couple weeks since you've had him, so you're probably happy about that.
A couple losses without
a
him.
Couple losses. Yep.
I could.
Let's see. Otherwise, it looks like your team is pretty much the same. Yeah, you're not. You put just basically took Burkhead out and put Freeman in.
Yeah,
Burkhead. I gotta say, your bench has a lot of very serviceable people on it. I think you have a strong bench right now.
Dude, I wish Emmanuel Sanders was better this year. He's been fucking horrible.
The quarterback play has been so fucking bad in Denver.
Pretty bad. Dude, I've been very pleased with a lot of the different players on my team. Like, some of them have been surprises that I didn't expect. Like, I didn't really expect Larry Fitz to have as good of a year as he did. Like, for the most part, he's been pretty damn solid. Thielen also, that was a big surprise. Like, Thielen's been
so good.
Ridiculous. But yeah, no, I want the W. I don't want to have the fact that I can't remember. I don't know if it was Nick or who it was that I was talking. I think it was maybe Chris, but the fact that I have 6 losses this year. 5 out of those 6 was because I lost to the person with the highest score that week.
Yeah, you've had a bad run against really high scoring teams. Pretty much mostly every week. I mean, you lead the league in points against, right?
Yes, I do. And so I would like to come away with the W to get into the playoffs and not have, because I feel like I have a good team, and I just don't want to have this bad luck keep me out of the playoffs.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, yeah, you got some good pieces there. Let's see what we got on Phil's side. I mean, he's got Cousins and Witten playing today, and they both have a touchdown. So, I mean, for Witten, you basically already have what you would hope from him is just a touchdown. Cousins gonna need a lot of work to show his value, but Jordan Howard always good for a big week. I could see him having a big week this week because going up against SF, who has been fucking the worst team ever against running backs. Alex Collins has been pretty good. Live or die with Jordy Nelson keeps him in the lineup there.
God, since Aaron Rodgers has gone down, those numbers are just horrible.
Yeah, he's 37th ranked wide receiver. That definitely sucks. Mixon's interesting. He had a huge week last week, and he's definitely getting a lot more of a workload now. So
yeah,
he could have a good week too, even though Pittsburgh is pretty good. So I mean, Phil's got some good pieces. I think tonight will be very telling. If Kirk Cousins can't get his act together, it's gonna make your life a lot easier, Brian.
Well, I can only hope so much, but we'll see what happens. The half, it looks like it just
went to halftime.
Went to halftime. So we'll see how the next half goes. I'm gonna cross my fingers and knock on wood that stays slightly quiet and my team goes well and takes me to the playoffs, flying like an eagle. I'm gonna believe in my team and pick it myself.
All right, you're picking yours. All right. I like your team a lot more than I like Phil's team. I will say you've got some tough matchups this week, though. I mean, I think Wentz should be pretty matchup proof, but going up against Seattle, even though their defense is really banged up right now, it's not their usual, but I think that could be a tough game. It'll be a fun one to watch, though.
Devontae against Minnesota is going to be
tough. AJ against Pittsburgh, I think that could be tough. Even Fitz against the Rams could be tough. And then I'm a little worried about Evan Ingram just because Geno Smith is all of a sudden throwing to him now.
Yeah, that's. I feel like that's, in all honesty, that is my only question mark for the week. But there's not really very much out there. I can't remember who I was. Yeah, tight end was. I was looking at somebody. I think I might have been looking at Croft.
Right.
Except he is questionable, I believe. And he's also going up against Pittsburgh as well. So that was not all that great anyway.
Well, I think even despite that, I think you still have the better chance to win this week. I think you got some strong people.
Well, I'm hoping I come away with it, but I'm. Oof! What was that? Was that the door shut? Did we lose Nick?
No. Sorry, Kowski's gonna tell me some interesting things later.
Sweet. Tell her to say it on the podcast. Well, Nick,
I don't know.
Would you do you have a pick for Phil versus Brian this week?
Yes.
And what might that be? Oh, damn. Getting the pick soundtrack?
Okay, so if that's not telling, I don't know what.
What the hell was that?
I thought if it was going to be anything, Nick, it would have been that one, that fucking shit of yours. What is that goddamn song? We were just talking about it the other day.
No. We gotta be. It's gotta be a song that's like more relevant to what we're talking about.
I thought you might play the Stranger Things intro song. Oh.
Is this too much?
Now I get it.
Yeah. Sorry, I don't know why it doesn't cut to the chase, but
I was like, what is this song?
stupid. It's got a picture of Bugs Bunny and Michael Jordan.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna cut to the cheese because the song did it, and I think you're gonna take it, Brian. I do think Kirk's gonna get up like 20 to 30 points tonight, though. He's gonna come back. Easily. It's gonna be close. Sanu's gonna have a good game. I like Phil's matchups, honestly. I think they're good matchups. Jordan Howard's gonna have a good game. I'm kind of worried about Freeman. Gurley gets his. Wentz will get his. I'm kind of worried about Funches too. Actually, I think he was injured this week or something.
He is injured. Yeah, so he's questionable.
Yeah, but hopefully he plays and he's good. He's had some good couple of weeks here after they traded Benjamin away.
True, but I've also got if I'm really worried about anybody, I also have Burkhead going up against Buffalo, so that should be a.
But you're not going to start him.
Not right now. I'm not going to start him, but it's a possibility. If I don't have Funches available, and then you got Drake also because what's his name's not going to play.
Yeah, Damian Williams.
Williams. So there's some possibilities there.
All right. Well, sounds like we got a three-way for Brian here.
We're gonna voodoo strike Phil.
Voodoo strike it. All right.
Phil's gonna get like the high score of the week, right, Brian?
It's not gonna happen this time.
Okay.
Not this time. I'm turning it up all the way.
You got a Phil doll that you poke.
Yeah, that's all I have. Phil, just know I got my voodoo doll. Got it over here. Fucking poke away. Who's
Why are you massaging it?
Massage it. What?
Massaging
dude?
The doll.
No, nobody.
Oh man, my shoulders feel really good right now.
Dude, nobody saw anything. Nobody saw the lotion in the back. Nobody saw shit.
Oh my god, is the doll capable?
Very capable. All right, Nick, let's talk about your matchup here because you've got some implications for sure.
Okay.
So yeah, you're rolling out Derek Carr. It looks like, even though you also picked up Josh McCown, who's been pretty good. Let's see. Yeah, Lamar Miller's been pretty solid. I could see Ingram having a good game. Let's see. Devontae Adams has been solid, even without.
Devontae Adams has been fucking crazy with Hundley, over the last 3 weeks.
They've got a connection for sure. Something's going on.
That's something nobody, I don't think, expected.
Also, didn't expect that Hopkins would be this freaking good, even without Deshaun Watson.
No shit, right? He just keeps it going this year. Like, he is number 2 and just keeping it going.
Yeah, I could see him having a big game. I could even see Diggs having a nice game here at Atlanta in that dome there. I mean, Adams should have a good game. Tampa Bay's defense is garbage. Yeah, Nick, you got some, and yeah, Derek Carr got a good matchup there too.
You know what I like? I like how our flexes are going to battle it out. We're gonna battle out the Minnesota running backs here, and I like that. I think that's pretty cool. I could see McKinnon having a big game and taking it away from Murray, but that's just going to be the game flow of the game. So that'll be interesting.
Yeah, that's cool that you guys have both the running backs there. That makes it very interesting.
Yeah, that's cool. That's going to be a big game for a lot of people. Atlanta versus Minnesota. Since all the wideouts are gone for Oakland, Cook might have a big game also because that's the only guy he knows. So Cook could have a big game. Of course, he's got Brown on Monday night, and that fool is going to do the Charleston, I guess. And then Williams, I'm really hoping that the other running backs are going to play that game. Otherwise, I'm kind of in trouble there. So I'm hoping for that. and then Goff's been solid.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. My team always like comes up short. That's just what they do. So it's like I wouldn't be surprised if I take a loss again. But I don't know. What do you guys think?
I think it's really tough. See, I have some questions about Jimmy's team. I think you're right on a lot of points about Jared Goff, Antonio Brown. I actually do think you're right also about Jared Cook. But I was really flashy on Jay Ajayi when he came on over. And last week, in a game where they were fucking kicking ass, he didn't do anything. It was like Garrett Blunt was getting it all fucking day. He also's got Jamal Williams, who last couple of weeks he's been fucking getting a lot of points, but I just don't know. I don't know if I really trust it. I don't know. He's got Ravens defense on the bench, and he's going to go with the matchup play with Buffalo against with the Patriots defense. I don't know, Nick. I could see you coming away with the W here, but I understand what you're talking about. If like your team comes up short, if you can get Mark Ingram and Devontae Adams playing like they have, Stephon Diggs, or sorry, not Stephon Diggs, I'm sorry, but DeAndre, if you can get all your guys playing like they should, I bet you could come away with the W.
Yeah,
I'm hoping.
I think you've got a good chance. I mean, your matchups are really good, and a few concerns on Jimmy's team, like you said, Brian. So I agree. I think if I had to bet on it, I think I would take your team, Nick.
I'm gonna go with Nick as well.
All right, let's voodoo my team.
All right.
Voodooed. Ding.
All right. The only other matchup is Derek and Chris. So both teams fighting hard to get a big win here. And Derek's got two people going tonight, Dez Bryant and Jamison Crowder. I know Jamison Crowder already had a fumble lost, or else he would have 5.5 right now. So we'll see how that all plays out. But otherwise, Derek's just rolling out the same squad that he's had pretty much almost the entire season.
Pretty much.
Led by Tom Brady. And, that's Tom Brady should have a big game this week against Buffalo, I would say.
Yeah, it probably should. I think what Chris is probably hoping for, since it's his own team, I think he's basically hoping for a Tom Brady, Brandon. Ooh.
Hoping that some of those points come Cook's way. That'd be helpful for him.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. I think it's gonna be tough. That's true. His team kind of does depend on, and if he ends up starting, he's not starting Dion Lewis. Okay, he's got just the three other backs that he's going with. Let me ask you something. With how bad Buffalo has been, would you start LaShawn McCoy? I mean, he has the 25 points in Week 11.
Yeah, I would for sure. I mean, given that he's LaShawn McCoy and he's still the number 8 running back of the season, he could explode at any time. And you drafted him early. He's one of he's one of your studs. And this is the week, like Nick was saying earlier. Like if you put McCoy on your bench and you lose, and that would have helped you win, like you're going to be feeling really stupid about that.
You're going to be pissed. Yeah, you're going to be pissed.
So I think it'd be tough. I don't know how you could bench McCoy, at this point right now.
Well, I mean, so Chris has got the ammunition he needs to win the game.
With those running backs still. I mean, Fournette's been pretty quiet, lately, but he could certainly pop off, especially against Indianapolis.
And dude, Roethlisberger these last 3 weeks, awesome.
Yeah, he's been real good. So I mean, Chris can definitely put up. He has a lot of upside on his team and some consistency there too. So some decent matchups. Yeah,
he's got Sammy Watkins in the lineup now.
Let's see. I mean, Derek's got some tough matchups though, like Frank Gore against Jacksonville D. That could be tough. And let's see what else. Marvin Jones against Baltimore. Who knows with that.
That's
Zach Ertz at Seattle. So he's got some tough ones there. But I could see Tom Brady having a big game. But I think I might have to pick Chris's team. Honestly, I think he's got a little bit more up and down his lineup. I think he's got more upside this week, just with his lineup.
Yeah, I think I like Chris's team this week. I mean, he's got this 3-headed beast. He wants to see it work, so I'm rooting for it to show up this week. So I'll throw my vote in.
All right. What about you, Nick?
I've been rooting for Chris's team every week since I made that trade, because hoping he would beat some of my opponents, obviously. But Derek knows Lady Luck, and when he puts people in, they score points. And I'm bewildered. I'm bedazzled by how well Derek knows how to pick people. Like, I think Derek picked up the Jaguars D week 2, and they've been amazing. And he puts in these dudes, and they just score points. So I would not be surprised if Derek wins again. I think if this game tonight comes into a shootout and Crowder and Bryant get a touchdown each, Chris would be in trouble.
I would just quick little thing. Derek drafted Jaguars defense in the 14th round. Yeah.
See, so he already knows something that we all don't. I mean, that's pretty fucking amazing.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, and he's also got Zach Ertz. I don't know. I'm rooting for McCoy also. I have McCoy in another league. I think he'll get it done. But if Pittsburgh struggles at Cincinnati, that would put Chris in a bind. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go Derek because he finds a way. So
okay,
I'm gonna give it to him.
Life finds a way.
Split that one up. Well, shit. I think that covers all the matches.
What about you, Sean? You didn't say.
Oh, I already I picked Chris.
Oh, you picked Chris.
Yeah.
Okay, so 2 for Chris and 1 for Derek.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
okay.
Cool. Yeah. All right. We got the picks. Tons of implications out there. It's going to be fun. Nick, I'm looking forward to watching some games with you on Sunday, and I will obviously be rooting against your team. So that's just how it goes.
I think we're all actually rooting against each other's teams this week, but that doesn't mean
that's true.
That we haven't had fun this year.
No, it's been good. Glad we're getting.
Wait, so are you guys trying to say that this is the last podcast?
Oh no,
I think you got to record into the
last
playoffs.
regular season podcast.
Last regular season. Yes, podcast.
Podcast, yes. That's what this is.
Yes. It's the last of us on this.
If you guys play each other in the Pod Bowl, I want a recording.
All right. Done
well,
deal.
Last time that happened, or I felt like we were like it was Christmas week or something.
Yeah, I mean it's going to be the same thing this year, but we could try and plan accordingly if it comes down to that.
Do a little bit better.
Yeah,
we'll see what we can do. But,
just record it now and just pretend like, okay.
With just
in case it happens.
Hopefully the same players are on our teams.
Yeah,
that'd be so funny.
Just predict the outcomes before they happen with our psychotic voodoo.
All right, guys. Well, we got a nice little short podcast here. I'm surprised we were able to burn through it so quickly, but I think we pretty much covered it all. So definitely really excited for this weekend. Yeah,
definitely. Oh shit. Phil you're right. Kirk's up to 7 points. Phil?
Up to 7?
No,
they're about to punt it right now, so you're fine.
Well, I need to go out and watch a little bit of it, but even still, I do I do hope everybody has a good, fun football weekend. And yeah, we got playoffs coming up next week. Good luck to all, and to I guess you both as well.
All right, fair enough. Good luck, guys.
Good luck.
All right.